What you need to know, the app easily allows a mobile phone user to identify incoming calls from unknown numbers. Petitioner said Truecaller's data protection practices violate the Act and the regulations in several aspects. A data protection lawyer has sued Swedish company Truecaller for violating the Data Protection Act by collecting contact details of Kenyans and sharing them without their consent. Mr. James Mbuga also accused Truecaller of discrimination, failing to register as a data controller and the failure to comply with the sections of the Act that allows for collection of personal data indirectly. The app, according to Truecaller's website, easily allows a mobile phone user to identify incoming calls from unknown numbers. Despite operating in Kenya, Truecaller is now registered with the Office of the Data Protection Commission. As required by Section 18 (1) of the Act, they do not appear in this list of registered data handlers on the ODPC website, Mr. Mbuga said in the complaint lodged at ODPC. The legal consultant said the lack of registration raises concern about accountability and compliance with the data protection regulations as a data controller and processor. He is seeking a declaration that Truecaller's data protection practices violate the Act and regulations, and the company should be compelled to register as a data controller and processor with the ODPC. Mr. Mbuga further accused the company of unauthorized transfer of personal data to India with no assurance of effective data protection law. A cease and desist order directing Truecaller to cease transferring Kenya users' data to India or outside the country until they demonstrate full compliance with Kenya data protection laws or localize their data and storage within Kenya, Mr. Mbuga said, adding that this should include demonstrating adequate safeguards are established or consent is obtained. Mr. Mbuga said in the complaint that if a platform as widely used as a Truecaller can operate without adequate safeguards, it poses a significant threat to the privacy rights of Kenyan citizens. The upshot of this is that not only does this caller ID feature display identifier information for data subjections from around the world to its Kenya users, but it also displays the personal details of Kenyans, name and number, landline, mobile or prepaid, to third parties across the world, thereby identifying them to strangers and violating the rights to privacy as spelled out in the Part 4 of the Act the lawyer submitted. So truth be told, what this Kenya lawyer is doing is very good, because based on his accusations, they are justified, because no African company or no Africans can come here and start operating their company without abiding by the rules and regulations, without properly registering it and obeying the rules and regulations or the laws of that country. So it is only fair enough that the Kenya government or the institutions that are the one in charge of this kind of situation should make sure they do whatever it takes for Truecaller to abide by the rules and regulations of these acts, and make sure that Truecallers are not giving the information or data or identities of Kenyans to third parties outside the shores of Kenya.